Hello everyone, I am from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad, Department of Information Technology. I would like to give a seminar regarding to tech talk. My subject is Python programming and the subject code is ACSC01 and my selected topic is mathematical function in picoseconds. Presented by Govardhan. Introduction. Python. Python is a famous programming language because when compared to other languages, it is very easy to learn. It was created by Guido van Rugen and the first version was implemented in 1990. It is used for many purposes. Now the examples are web development. Best example is our CMS login, and software development. Its example is WhatsApp, mathematics and scripting language. Best example of web development is our CMS login and movie tickets, railway tickets, that like. And in our daily life, we are using our phone updates. Some apps are updating daily. That update is called software development. And to simplify the problems, we are using Python in maths. And system scripting is also one type of language. Python is very popular because easy to learn, open source, library support, applications. Easy to learn means compared to other languages, we can easy to learn Python and it is less time taken. Open source means we are using Python from 1 version to 3.9. These versions was updated by some other persons. This is called open source. Library support means some of the inbuilt functions are present in Python, and the applications of Python are we are using in Google, YouTube, Dropbox, like etc. Python and there are 3 numerical types in Python. First one, int, integer, float. Third one, complex. Int means integers and float means decimal points values, and complex means it contains real and imaginary values. Their examples are, if you take x equal 1, that belongs to int value, and z equal to 1j, that means it belongs to complex number, and y equal to 2.8, it means it have points, so it belongs to float. Some of the mathematical operations used in Python are given below. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, float division, integer division, exponential, remainder. These all are mathematical functions. Now we discuss one by one as follows. Example for addition are a equal to 2, a equal to 3, b equal to 2, print a plus b. Now we get output is equal to 3 plus 2, 5. Addition is completed. So now we go to another operator, subtraction. Example for subtraction is, let's take a equal to 3, b equal to 2, print a minus b, and now we get the output as can you say output is 3 minus 2 1. In the print we take a minus b, the minus symbol is operation, and ab are operands. Subtraction is completed. Now we go to another operation, multiplication. Now we take a simple example, a equal to 3, b equal to 2, print a star b, and the output is 6, 3 to the 6. We are assigning result to the another variable. In the example we are taking 3 as a and 2 as b. That means we are assigning 3 to a and 2 to b. Now we go to another operand, float division. Example for float division. Now we take, let's take a equal to 3, b equal to 2, print a given b. Now we get output as given below. 3 by 2 means 1.5. So this one is completed. Now we go to another operand, integer division. There is a difference between float division and integer division. Now we take an example for integer division. Let's take simple example, a equal to 3, b equal to 2, print a double b, output equal to, I will get output equal to 3 by 2, that means 3 by 2 equal to 1. Okay. There is a small difference between float division and integer division. In float division we get a answer in float points, that means decimal points. In integer division we get the answer in integer, that means there is no point values. So this is the difference between float division and integer division. Okay. Next operand, exponential. Example of exponential. Now we take a simple example, previously like a equal to 3, b equal to 2, print a star b. Now we get output as 9. Okay, 3 square equal to 9. Okay. Now we go to another operand, remainder. It gives the, when we divide, it gives the remainder of the value. Now we take example, a equal to 3, b equal to 2, print a percentage b, output equal to 1. it gives the remainder when we divide the given values. Okay, now you understand. So all our operands are completed. Now we go to another slide. Most used Python math functions. We are using many math functions in Python. Some inbuilt functions are there, like we are taking pi equal to 3.14, but in Python there is a inbuilt function. We can assign it as math.py. Okay, some of the most popular mathematical functions are defined in the math modules. Includes trigonometric functions like sin theta, cos theta, but like representation functions, log-theorem functions, angle conversion functions. Some math functions are there. Now we discuss one by one. Okay, fabs, seed, floor, factorial, GCD. GCD means greatest common decimal. Fabs, it returns the absolute value of x. And seed, it returns the smallest integer value greater than or equal to x. Floor, it returns the largest integer less than or equal to x. Factorial, it returns the factorial of x. GCD, greatest common divisor. This function is used to compute the greatest common divisor of two numbers mentioned in its arguments. This function works in Python 3.5 and above. Above this version only it works because of some inbuilt functions. Now we are using 3.9 version, so we did not fear about this functions working. So now we can briefly discuss about these functions. Let's go to another slide. Fabs, it returns the absolute value of x. Syntax for fabs equal to math.fabs parameter x we are using returns the absolute value of number. Now we take a simple example. We are taking x equal to minus 33.7. If we print the fabs of 33.7 is end, print math.fabs. Now we get the output is, can you see, the fabs of minus 33.7 is 33.7. Now we see this, we get the value in positive number, so it gives the negative numbers to positive number. This is fabs. Here we are using math.fabs. Math.fabs means inbuilt function. When we give this math.fabs, it go to math formula and it takes from that formulas and gives the value. In this line we are using end function. It means when we print two outputs, it gives the output as side by side given below. The fab of minus 33.7 is 33.7. So when we see this, print math.fabs x, it creates the answer in the 33.7. Okay, fabs is completed. Now we go to another slide. C, it returns the smallest integer value greater than or equal to x. The ceil function returns the smallest integer value greater than the number. Then suppose if the number is already an integer, then the same number is returned as output. So now we take some example. Import math Now we assign variable as data equal to 21.6. Now we print math dot c 21.6. Now we get output as 22. This 22 is greater than 21.6 when compared to above line. We can also print math dot c data, because we are assign data as 21.6. that like also we also print, we get the same output as 22. So data is a variable. We are assigning 21.6 as variable to data. We can give any variable in that place. Don't go to always data. We can take any variable for the values. Okay, now we take another example. We can first write import math as this. Now we take another variable a equal to 23.3, print math dot c a. Now we get output as 24, because we get the output as greater number when compared to a. Import math means importing the data from the original mathematical functions. If we give the value a equal to 23, we can get the output as 23, because it is the integer number. Same number we get as output, as mentioned from the above line. If the number is already an integer, then the same number is returned. Okay, because it is integer. C is completed. Now we go to another slide. Float. This function returns the greatest integer value smaller than the number. If the number is already an integer, same number is returned. Example, here also we have to first write import math. That means take input from the mathematical functions. Data equal to 21.6. that means we are assigning 21.6 as data. It is a variable. Print math dot float 21.6. Now we get output as smaller than the assigning number. That means it is 21. So now we understand. Now we take another example. Import math a equal to 22. Same print math dot float a. In the presence of 21.6, we can assign a. We get the output same as input 22, because it is integer. Okay. If the number is already integer, same number is returned. That's why we get the value 22. Now floor is completed. Now we go to another slide. Factorial, most common used function in our class. If the number is less than 0, we get the output as 0, because negative numbers are not printed as factorials. If number equal to 0, when we assign number as 0, it returns 1, because factorial of 0 is 1. We already know that. Now if the number is greater than 0, first we assume factorial equal to 1, and then we use for loop to print factorial. for I in range 1 to number plus 1, because we have to print number also, given number also, so we print number plus 1. Then factorial equal to factorial into I returns factorial. Let's take a equal to 5, number b equal to 1 factorial. We are writing b equal to 1 for I in range 1 to 6. 5 plus 1, 6. B equal to P into I returns B. Now we get output equal to 120. 5 factorial equal to 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. Now I explain this example in the program. Now we take a equal to 5 for I in range 1 to 6. First we take I value as 1, then we can print 1 into 1. Now we get b equal to 1. Then we take I equal to 2 and we multiply 1 into 2. We get the b equal to 2, and then we multiply I equal to 3 and we multiply 2 into 3. We get 6, and then we take I equal to 4 and we multiply 6 into 4. We get 20, b equal to 20, and then we take I equal to 5. Now we get 20 into 5, it gives 120. Now we get 5 factorial equal to 120. Then now we take a equal to 4. We get 4 factorial equal to 24. That means 1 into 2 into 3 into 4, 24. That like we get a factorial value. We get factorial value by using for and range functions in this program. So now you understand. The main point is, in factorial we get output only for int values. If we give float values, it gives a valid error, so we did not get factorial for float values. Here we mentioned factorial does not accept decimal numbers either. It will give you a value error. Okay, now we go for next slide. GCD full form is greatest common divisor. This function is used to compute the greatest common divisor of two numbers mentioned in its argument. I will take example. Import math. This one is common for all programs because we are taking math function from inbuilt Python. I will take some example. A equal to 60, b equal to 48. Print the GCD of 60 and 48 and print math.gcd 60 and 48. We get output as the greatest common divisor of both numbers. The GCD of 60 and 48 is 12 because greatest common divisor is 12. 12 5 are 60 and 12 4 are 48. It is the common between two numbers and it is the greatest. Okay, GCD is completed. Now we go to another slide. Now we take some example. Write a Python program to convert degree to radians. So we have to convert degree to radians. We are assigning pi equal to 22.7. Degree, we have a formula degree equal to, we assign a degree float input. We have a formula radian equal to degree into pi by 180. Print radian. We have here we give pi equal to 22/7. We also give math.pi, that like also. We get output. First we give input degree equal to 90. Then we get output as 1.571428. Another slide. Now our topic is completed. Conclusion of our topic is, so there are many inbuilt functions in Python. In inbuilt functions there are math inbuilt functions also there. Math.py, flaps, cell, flow, apply function. So we can easily type and less time we can take to print that values. So Python is very easy to learn and write. It has less syntax and it is open source. Python is very easy to learn. In Python there are many keywords like print. When we type print we get a different color. That means it is a keyword. Print, while, for, false, true. There are many keywords that map. In our class there are many mathematical operators. We also use relation operators in Python like greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to or not equal to. This like operators are also used in Python to differentiate. This like operators are also used to differentiate the numbers, two numbers, a greater than b. That means a is greater than b. Finally, based on these all factors, Python has many inbuilt functions and very easy to learn. So Python is very easy to learn. Okay. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you all. So these are the information today. So you see GCD factorial, Python numbers, why Python is popular, users. So our topic is completed. Thank you all.